What's up, Tag and Brag Nation? I just got back to camp. Go home, go to camp. Go home, come back to camp. Go home, come back to camp. That's what we do here this time of year. We're on the go, baby. Season's in 4 days. Got to do some last minute. Oh, this wind. Got to do some last minute little tune-up things to get ready. Cut a couple trails in for access to a redneck. Got to trim a few last minute hanging branches that we don't want to affect the trajectory of one of our victory arrows, because that would suck. Put a couple chairs in rednecks. I got a list of stuff here to do, as you guys can see. I got my urgent and important list here, and urgent, got to get done today. Important, I would like to get done today, but it can wait till tomorrow. So got a lot of stuff to do today, knock out on the list here, and I'm just gonna start chipping away from the top. You're coming with me. Alright guys, so I just got back to our, what we call our cabin plot. We got a redneck right here, and beautiful, gorgeous Tecumseh Max Tract. Put a little extra clover in here and a pounder of the Root King radish, and we've never had a food plot that's come up this good in this plot. It's always wet in here, as you can tell. It's still wet in here, and we've gotten a ton of rain, so it's gonna be wet, but just straight turnips didn't grow very well in here, so we put this blend in. There's so much food and a lot of deer. But I just went and got this beech tree, and I'm gonna throw up a communication tree, a scrape tree. If you guys have followed us along for a while, you remember us doing this last year. And I put one about 45 yards from this redneck. I wanted to keep it out of the way so it wasn't blocking any sight. But we've had this old stump in this plot right here for a while, and it's just a good central spot. It's only about 30 yards from the redneck. And I'm gonna dig this heavy duty fence post in there, and then I got a bunch of thick black zip ties, and I'm gonna stand that thing up right there and get some branches about 4.5, 5 feet off the ground, and let them go to work on it. Make sure you got a decent pair of gloves on when you're doing this, so you're not just touching everything. And we got a Exodus Gen 2 camera right there, and I'm actually gonna put it on this tree facing the plot. It's gonna get the scrape and the plot. It's gonna be dynamite. A little scrape bush. That's a perfect one. It's a perfect one. You want them to be able to notice it from like across the plot. Like, wow, that looks like a little palm tree that I wanna nestle up my glands on. That looks like a little palm tree that I want to put my Steven Glansbergs all over. Alright, I'm gonna go trim out this other spot that we hung on just a few days ago. And right behind it is this Tecumseh Max Tract food plot. And guys, I don't know, like, it doesn't get much better than this. The amount of food. Holy. You alright? Hopefully. The amount of food, the amount of tonnage in this plot, it's an acre, maybe just under. But the chicory, the clover, the turnips, it's the Root King radish, the brassicas, the rapeseed, the winter wheat, the oats. It's unreal in here, the amount of different food we have in here. And that's exactly what Dave and I wanted to do this year, is get more variety, more options for the deer. We'll appeal to more deer, and we'll appeal to them throughout the entire season, because some of this stuff is really appealing to them now, and some of it is going to be more appealing to them as soon as we get a couple frosts. I haven't even checked this camera, but we've already seen a ton of deer in here. They're just pounding it, and I'm anxious to see what they do throughout the year. the spot. You're tucked in here, and I love being burlapped in.
Bridges. Yeah.
About to fill a rose bush, got yourself.
Rose bush,
Almost got your donker. I just got the chairs up in the redneck. They're so comfortable, they're perfect. This camera was right on this Ultra Forage blend from Tecumseh, which is mainly brassicas, turnips, rapeseed. I just moved the camera. Look at these apples. There's 3 trees right here that are loaded with apples all on the ground. The ground is dirt. It's just tore up by deer, but that's what they're hitting right now. These apples are dropping. They're so sweet. They're good. I just ate one. These deer, they're going to feed in this food plot, but they're going to conjugate over to this corner right now because there's so many apples. So I just moved the camera, probably next week on the trail camera Tuesday. If we can check it before then, I'm going to see what kind of activity we got going on here. The view in that tree is going to be unreal. We got our access right here, coming from the road there, south winds going this way, the food plots on the south end of this tree, right across your face, and you get up high enough, you're going to be able to see literally our whole line right here, and sneak down in this ditch, right up into the tree, right up and out when you're at for the evening hunt when there's deer in the plot. I think it's going to be perfect money. Just got out to the grandparents' lake house. We got to pull boats out for the winter. It's a bittersweet end of summer, but hunting season starts in like 3 days. So this whole barn is full of trailers. I got to pull them out, rearrange them. Get the ones out that we're not pulling out right now, and we got like 3 or 4 boats to pull. Dad's gonna be here hopefully in about 10-15 minutes, and throw the hitch on and start going. All right, guys. Well, that's the wrap for me for the last 2 days. I think we're ready for the start of the season. We'll be back up here in 2 days. It's Friday. Season opens on Monday. The countdown is on. I almost didn't put the camera in the truck. I almost didn't. Literally. It was a good buck.